a lot of performing has been for myself. It's something that I've always wanted to do. And like, so it's just kind of, it is a very kind of like self kind of thing. And then meeting him and realizing like one of my biggest dreams is always wanted to start a family and have that. Like my parents gave us so much love and so much like beauty, and I want to give that to my kids and my family.
Sometimes.
Just sometimes, the sequel is better than the original.
From setbacks to comebacks, this is Love Take Two. Let's go. Jose.
Jamie.
Nice to see you here at Love Take Two again.
Yes. 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Love Take Two. I'm so excited for today's guest.
Yes.
Let's tell him who it is.
Jesus Martinez.
Jesus.
Today we are joined by Jesus Martinez, better known to many of you as Shuga Cain.
Shuga Cain.
Drag performer and singer who quit a 6-figure job and decided to become a drag queen. What an icon. That
And
already
then
makes him an
became a
icon.
drag queen star, like so quickly, went on RuPaul's Drag Race and all the things. Like,
Well, I think that's where everybody fell in love with
Shuga.
Shuga was on RuPaul's Drag Race season 11, where she quickly became a fan favorite. Since then, been doing it all, performing, touring, acting, hosting his own baking show called Gimme Some Shuga.
He's so good.
And just generally proving that it's never too late to completely reinvent your life. Glamorous, heartfelt, and we're so excited to get into it all today with Shuga.
Yeah, and Jesus is actually an old friend of mine, so it's even better. And just so as y'all know, this is a remote interview, so Jesus couldn't come in person. So you're going to see it's going to flip from screen to screen, but it's still fabulous and lovely.
It's not even but, it shows how flexible we are.
So flexible.
Here, we could do remote. Are you in Japan?
Come on in.
Are you in Whistler?
The weather's fine.
Are you in Cali?
Yes.
My takedown is candlelights. Like the electric ones. Let's take it down.
Okay,
I'm over
take
it.
those down.
I want natural.
What about take two?
My take two is natural candlelights.
Okay, my take two is this mood ring that my son gave me this morning.
Oh, I love that.
It's so cute. It's so sweet.
Is it bright now?
Let's wear this today, Mom, so you can check your mood. And I was like, okay. And right now it's blue. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
But it's the mood ring my son gave me. And my take down is having to rush these intros, but we have to because we're out of time. So let's get to the interview with Jesus. Make sure you're doing all the things for us. Send us your take twos, take downs, and let's go. Let's bring Jesus in.
Let's roll it.
Rolling with the homies.
Oh, I love when you pop in with these numbers.
It's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I'm excited to have you on our show because usually you're the one doing the catch up sometimes with maybe who we're bringing on and I'm like, tell me everything
about Jesus. I know Jesus. We go way back. Like, how many years ago?
2008, 2009. What is that,
It was
15?
It was 2008. We were on the ship when Obama got elected. Do you remember that night?
Were.
Do you remember? We all like celebrated.
Yeah.
After the show, like remember we used to have to do notes after the show in the theater, and we found out that night that he won, and we were all like going crazy in the theater. Yeah, so fun. Anyway, just a little backstory.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, no.
Jesus is famous drag queen you might know, Shuga Cain, who was on RuPaul's Drag Race season 11.
11.
Yes, but before that, Jesus and I were scene partners in musical theater on the Disney cruise ship.
It was amazing. It really, I mean, we've come a long way.
We have come a long way. Oh my God. But that's how we got to know each other. And I remember during rehearsals, because we rehearsed for the ship. We were on that ship for over 10 months.
Yeah.
Because they extended our contract, right?
They did. They extended us like twice.
What cruise was this? What line?
Disney.
Oh, it was Disney.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And they extended our contract during the contract. I guess it was a couple times.
A couple of times,
So we were there so long. I remember being in rehearsal. They rehearsed us in Toronto. And I remember being on the rehearsal floor, the dance floor with Jesus. And Jesus, do you remember you had this beautiful blue scarf? I think it was from the Gap.
Oh, I
And
do
you
have
wore it every day, and it
huge.
always looked
Yeah.
so elegant on you. So, like, just the way you wear things, it's like, ah. And I remember saying to you, so I take full credit for all of it. I remember saying to you, you need to do drag. You are so beautiful. And you were like, I know, everybody tells me that, but I take
I
credit.
was wild back then. I have no idea. Like, it's so funny to hear your like side of
Yeah.
like
The moment you realized you needed to be a drag queen, when I told you, of course.
totally. I mean, she began
Wait,
her journey.
I'm more curious about. I want a tour of like where the performers are, the sleeping area. Like,
Ooh.
I hear they have like a private bar
Yeah,
section
the crew
type
bar.
of thing. But like
Years were 25 cents.
but for
Yeah.
10 months,
10 months.
that's a long time to
Girl.
be
That's
on
insane.
to be anywhere really.
It was.
That's not home.
It is just a party. Like, it's a very cushy job. It's fun. It's work. It's hard work because you're doing
Yeah.
a different show every night. And ours was a 5-day cruise, 7-day cruise.
We had 7-day cruise, so we did 6 shows. So we were working 6 days a week.
Every day it was a different show.
What happens when the ship ports?
So on port
Is that
days,
how
we were
port days?
off. We
Yeah,
got
we
to
would
You stay on the
We
ship?
would
or you-
rent a car and go to Disney. We would rent
No,
a car.
you would.
You didn't do that?
I didn't go to the Disney. I was like, y'all go to Disney. I'm gonna go to Walmart.
You were just at Disney. You were just there
Yeah.
recently.
He loves Disney.
We would.
The whole crew loved Disney. I was the one who was like, girl, I don't want to go to Disneyland, Disney World, whatever it was. But y'all went a lot on Saturdays.
We were crazy. We would like get up we would get there really early, run to the rental place, rent the car, go to Disney, and like stay there to the last absolute minute where we would be like flying down the freeway, barely making the ship because we'd have to go return the car, then get into the shuttle, and then like running down the gangway just to get on. We were insane.
They
We were
went
like,
from a
it was
Disney
party.
cruise ship to Disney World, back to a Disney cruise ship to live that Disney life for another week. I was
I was obsessed.
no, but
I was obsessed.
on port days when we were at the islands, we would all go together to, like, we had our favorite places that we would all meet at. It was a party because there's no show when everybody's off the ship.
Right.
So we were off. So we were like, we would party all day and then we'd go, and then there's no show that night.
Sometimes
Usually,
there were, sometimes there wasn't. Yeah.
like on sea days, we worked like 3 shows in one day,
Mhm.
but like other days. But yeah, so it was a life.
Wow.
It was a life. But the
It was fun.
backstage situation.
Wait, talking about Disney, I'm curious, because I saw you clearly love Disney.
Very.
Did you get married at Disney?
No, we did not, but we spend like every waking moment there.
You may not know this, but I'm a wedding planner by day. Where did you get married, and then who was your planner?
We got married at in Key West. I met my husband in Key West on a cruise ship.
Tim,
Golden
right?
Girls cruise.
Tim?
Yes, Tim. So we decided to get married there. We got married at Casa Marina Resort. And we had the most amazing wedding planner. Her name is Vicky Furman. She was just like a total dream. None of it could have happened the way it happened without her. We had so much fun with her. Yeah, she just was like, I mean, a Latina. She's LGBTQ. I was like, we just like hit the jackpot with her. It was a party.
I love that.
For the entire time planning with her. But
How did you get from your gypsy life where we lived it up and had so much fun and also were hustling nonstop? So take us through your journey to this beautiful Take-Two era you find yourself in.
I mean, the journey is like wild. It's weird because like I feel like I've gone through multiple phases in my life. And so like after Disney, I was performing and I had gone home to just like kind of like vibe out for a little bit. I was planning to move to New York and that I was running out of money, so I like started applying for jobs and I got this job in San Francisco for like this small math company. It just was so weird. I was like doing like admin work and like I had an amazing boss and she was like, you're so much more than an admin. Let me groom you. And so I just kind of like got caught up in like corporate America. But I was so grateful because that moved me to New York City.
What year is this?
This was 2009, 10. I it took me a while to find that job. So maybe like 10, 11.
Mm-hmm.
It was a quick thing. I was with him for maybe a year in San Francisco. An opportunity opened up to come to New York. And I was like, I'm it. Like, Broadway, here I come. Like, this is how I'm getting in. Like, sign me up. And so they brought me to New York. And like, I don't know, like, I got to New York and like, I just was like doing really well. I was making a lot of money. And I was just like, let me settle. So I was just working. And I wasn't really thinking about performing. And I got swept up. Like, my friends started leaving jobs and like they started poaching me. And so I started just moving from like company to company. I was doing a lot of educational media. And so I was like creating like intervention products and like media for middle school kids, like in math, science, ELA. And it just like kind of grew into this thing. And I was just working. It was just years of me working in New York.
It's crazy. You were like thriving in such a different medium than you had started in. So you would think you just like you would stay in that because you're thriving.
But
I mean, like,
it also sounds like just based on the relationship you guys have had and corporate and who you are now as Shuga Cain, it's once you're in something, you're just going all the way. You're committing. You were obviously good at the corporate work. The fact that you were growing this product and it just kept elevating and elevating.
I know.
And it seems like whatever area you are in your life, whether if it's take 1, 2, 3, 7, it's like you commit.
Yeah.
I mean, thank you for saying that. I think it's definitely a personality trait where like, it's kind of like, I have no choice, but I never want to leave anything with a regret, right? Like, I don't regret many things in my life. I don't think I really regret anything in my life. It all leads me to where I need to be. And so like, I feel like if I'm in it and I'm doing well, and if I'm not giving like all that I can, then I'm going to regret some part of that at some point. So for me, I was making great money. I was making great friends. I was missing performing, but not that much. And it was just weird. I did drag on a whim. I was like, this will be fun. Let me do it. I was a part of Front Runners New York, which is an LGBTQIA plus running group. And it's one of the largest running groups in the world. And we were getting ready for Pride. And I was like, I'm going to march in drag. And so I remember like, just like scouring YouTube and like I would say YouTube is my drag mom. I was like going through every video, learning all the things. And like, when I first came out, I was crunchy, but I was the best crunchy that I could be. You know what I mean?
Crunchy.
It was terrible.
Oh my God.
But like, the reception was so great because I was really nervous. I didn't know what my friends were going to think and like all of that. And like, everyone loved Shuga Cain. And like, I was like, this is fun.
Yeah.
And on that first march, you already had your name?
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the name?
I mean, it just kind of like all came to me all at once. I love candy, baking. And so like Shuga Cain, like all of that. As a young kid, I was obsessed with the color purple and I loved Suge Avery because she was like a singer and I was a singer and I just really kind of resonated with her. And like, I don't know, I love the name Suge. Like that was such a cute thing.
It is a great name.
It is.
Did you see the show?
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Like the OG cast, like, 100%. And then there's Candace Cain, who growing up as a young weird kid, like I was obsessed with her and I was obsessed with her for so long. And so like all these three things just kind of came together.
Wait, Jesus, let me stop you for a second because you brought up Candace Cain. So I moved to New York in 99 and I was obsessed with going to Barracuda Sunday through Thursday, like for a couple years. And I used to manage Elmo Restaurant, which is around the corner.
No way.
But I was going to Barracuda before Elmo opened up. And so, but yeah, Candace Cain was Monday nights, if I remember correctly. But Candace Cain and like all the OGs from like Barracuda, and Candace was my favorite. I was obsessed with her.
She's incredible. I think that's so amazing. I'm so jealous. I wish I could have like experienced New York in that era. The way I learned about Candace Cain was through Bunny's Wigstock documentary. And she was a performer in that documentary. And I remember just being like, who is this woman? She's amazing. Like, I'm obsessed with her. And like, it just was like, trying. I mean, but like, I was in California, so like there was no.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, that's
can I ask a
amazing.
really dumb question? But I feel like
Yeah.
maybe our listeners at home are gonna thinking the same thing. Who's Candace Cain? I
I
know. Oh
mean,
my God.
No, I think that
now
it's
she's
important.
like an iconic trans actress and like media mogul. She,
How do I
got
not
her
know
start in.
her?
Yeah, I think she was the first. I could be wrong, but I think she was the first trans actress who had a main role on a show. I can't remember the name of the show. I felt like it was
Oh,
a lawyer show, or there
oh,
was
I feel
something,
like
but she
I
starred in it,
do
and
know
it was a
this.
huge deal.
Okay, Candace Cain.
Yeah.
So
But she got her start in New
inspiration.
York with all the girls, like, do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
Lady Bunny and like Misunderstood and like that whole kind of
Flotilla,
like,
all of them. Yeah.
yeah,
The
all
whole
those.
vibe.
It's
So
just
it feels like so like synchronicity. Like you were like, I'm gonna do this, and then put it all together. You got your name. It's like boom, 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 and then you were
yeah,
well received. Obviously.
yeah, it was
Also,
great.
everybody
Yeah.
in your life had been telling you. You don't recall this,
I don't
but I feel
remember.
like everybody in your life was like, "Hey, Zeus needs to do drag." Like it was
Yeah,
like constant. At least in my
yeah.
world, it was. But go ahead. Go ahead.
It's funny too because I did drag right before I got to New York. I was Angel and Rent in
Uh
the
huh.
Bay Area, and so that was like my little. I got to sing and do that. And so like when I came to New York and I started doing Shuga, I was like, I'm gonna sing in drag. So like I started out singing, and then the clubs are open late and you're drinking and partying, and so the voice is not together. But yeah, like I just did it like for a couple years, just like at the Pride March, and then I did like a little competition, where it was a fundraiser for frontrunners, where it was like a talent show, and I did it there. One of my friends from California was like, "Sweetie is doing a competition in New York. You should join it." And so I was like, "Sure, what the heck." So it was called the Ultimate Drag Pageant, or like New York's Ultimate Drag Queen. I don't know. It was like this. It was up in like Times Square in this like tiny little theater. It was like so run down, and so it just was like in a closet. And I remember being so nervous. I think I sang like "I Want to Dance with Somebody"
Yeah,
or something
you
like
did.
that, or like "How Will I Know?" Something. It was something. But I remember going there and I met Jiggly Caliente and Brita Filter.
Yeah.
And that was like my first intro to New York drag. Because of that, Brita was like, come do my competition, like come and so I just kind of went and did her thing. And like I did really well in that competition, but I started meeting everyone. And then I got a gig from that. And then I met like one of my really good friends, Dusty Ray Bottoms. She was doing a show at the Monster. She was doing
Oh
Look
yeah.
Queen. Bob the drag queen had this competition called Look Queen. And yeah, I started doing that. And then through Dusty, I got my first paid gig at Pieces with Jan Sport. And it went from like 0 to like
It
100.
was
I
like
was
an
working 6
avalanche.
days a week.
That it feels like
Yeah.
just because we weren't like in contact with each other very much. I knew you had moved to New York, when we would see each other like here and there, or like I'd hear about you from our friend group, and I feel like all of a sudden it was like, oh, Jesus started doing drag, and it was like, yes, yay, and then boom, 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 and then he was like famous. That's how it
It's just
feels in my
it was crazy.
mind.
I feel like that's what happened. It really was crazy. At the time, I was still working like full time.
Yeah.
And like, so I was like, getting home from the club at like 6 in the
Oh
morning,
my gosh.
and then like turning around, showering, and then down on Wall Street at like, by like 10 o'clock, 10:30.
That's crazy.
We have late mornings in New York. Yeah, it just was like, it was crazy.
How did RuPaul's Drag Race come into it? Like, where did that? You were successful. You were getting gigs, but you were not like to the status that you're at now at this
Yeah, I
point.
mean, like for drag, RuPaul's Drag Race is the thing, and like
Mhm.
we said earlier, like I just want to do everything to like the nth degree. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I auditioned for season 10. Yeah, I was like a fresh baby queen. It was terrible. I turned it in. I'm a hardcore procrastinator. So I turned in the tape like 2 minutes before midnight and like had filmed it like days prior. I didn't get that. And so I was like, for season 11, I'm like, let's prep, like, let's actually like plan this out. And so I don't know. I got some friends together and like we had a bunch of fun filming my audition video, shooting music videos, shooting these acting challenges. That was back in the day when like videos were 20 minutes long and you were doing all these things.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah.
Now they think the video has to be 5 minutes and you don't do anything in it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, I did it and I got it. It was like wild.
Wild.
It was insane.
Because at
It
this
was
point,
insane.
how long have you been doing drag? Like, really? How long?
Like legitly for like a year and a half. Like,
Wow.
It's crazy.
Mhm.
And, you know,
Yeah.
you watch the show, and these girls have been doing it for decades, forever. And it's their craft, and they've
But that-
honed it.
But that's what makes the show fun too.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, there's always going to be a little bit of that old school versus new school.
Yeah.
And you learn from each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, I always say, if you're not
Keep
paying attention to
up.
what the kids are doing, then you're going to be left behind. So I think it's amazing that you're on it at such a young stage in your drag life.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy too because like I was one of the oldest queens there at the time.
You were the baby
You know,
queen, but you were like one of the older ones.
Yeah, I was like a baby queen, but like the old school. I think I might have been the oldest. I don't know if Nina West is older than me or not. I feel like had I not gone to school for like opera and like had a solid performance background, and then you know had done theater and had like played my hand in court, like all of that experience just kind of built that foundation for me to like be who I was on that show and like to be where I am now. And like, as it pains me to say, it does pay to be a little bit older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I think about when I was younger and I was like, I mean, yeah, I would have done it. I just would have been different, you know?
I feel like a lot of the performers now, you definitely have to come with something extra. I think back in the day, it's like, yes, you have to be really good at lip syncing. But I remember the one person that stood out. I mean, Candace Cain, of course, stood out to me, but Shaquita.
yeah.
Shaquita would get on stage and she was I don't know if it was Juilliard, but she's an opera singer.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And-
she's Julia.
And that just would just shock people.
Yeah.
And nobody was doing what she was doing.
Right.
But now it's like, what? You do what also? Like, what talents are you bringing?
Yeah.
100%. I love that you said Shaquita. I do have to say, I mean, like, I owe so much to Shaquita because she really, when I was a baby queen, kind of like took me under her wing and like got me this amazing brunch gig. I worked with her so much and I learned so much from her just about professionalism within the drag community. I owe so much to that amazing person. And like, yeah, it's wild that her voice is incredible. She's so funny. And like her career is just like, you know.
It's wildly I remember she invited me once to her apartment. We were just hanging out and she was actually sitting there showing me how she mixes all her music. Now, this is back in, I don't know, 2001, 2002. I can't remember. But the fact that she was already ahead of the game in terms of how to mix her own music, bring it in where, I mean, she was showing me step by step. And it wasn't in a way that was like boasting. It was like, oh, she was like hanging out with me while working, like multitasking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she does this too. She does her own production and her own music. It's just, it was insane.
Yeah, she's wild. She'd make videos. She would do like After Effects. Like I learned so much. I was like, oh, I that's how I learned to do all the things myself.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just by an example by seeing her. And I was like, oh, we should be putting this much effort into
Yeah.
your kind of craft.
It seems like all the other queens saw your potential like right away.
Is it potential or threat or both?
Both.
It's wild that you say that because I feel like sometimes like I'm the last person to see it and or to notice it. I'm like I truly and like I've noticed this throughout many parts of my life, even in working in corporate. Like I had a boss who would give me reviews and she would say all these things about me and I'd be like, huh? And I'd be like, oh yeah. I'm like just working and I'm always can be better and should be better. I'm like my hardest critic. I always like feel like I could do things so much better. I should be doing many, many more things. And so like, you know, when you're in it, like you don't see that. It does make me a little emotional to hear you say that. Because like, you know, I don't ever see it.
Oh my God.
Which is
not
beautiful.
that great.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's good. It's humble. I remember watching you on Drag Race, watching your season. Every time there was like some kind of theatrical challenge, I was like, oh, this is Jesus' moment. Here we go. And you and you brought it every time. And I would be like, yep, that's my Jesus. Like, I was so proud of you.
Thank you.
And every time there was some kind of thing, and then it would like separate you from the others who didn't have the background that you had. And you could really, really see what your training brought you. Like, I'm like, I feel like so proud because we danced on stage together and stuff.
We did. We had a blast. I was like, that year at Disney was like so formative for me.
Yeah.
It was like such a big performance opportunity. I made such close friends with all of you, like, and we were a little family on this floating boat.
We were.
We got really close, and like, it's beautiful now to see kind of all the different paths we've all taken, and like to see you married with kids, and like see these beautiful babies that you've raised. Like, it's just, we've come such a long way, and I'm so grateful to have been like a part of like a little chunk of
I know
this little journey
we're
that we're all
family. I love that. I'm curious now, looking through all the things that you're doing now, is she's crafty. Like you. It's like next level stuff that you're doing. And I did smile when I saw you doing the ofrenda, and then all the Halloween stuff. It's like you really have gone in on this.
Yeah, you're going somewhere new. It feels like.
It really does. And like, I love that you said that, because like, I have found drag, and drag's been like absolutely amazing, but like, there's so many different facets to like who I am as a person. And so like, moving to Florida has offered me an opportunity to kind of really just kind of like breathe and kind of like connect. I think there's a lot of just energy in New York. I was in New York for like 13 years. And so like, and towards the end, I was like, I need like a little breather. And so, yeah, it's like fun. I've always loved, like, I've always been crafty. I've always loved like home decor and interior designs. I used to like paint murals on my wall when I was a kid. I would always like.
Did you get in trouble?
No, my parents would let me. They let me do whatever. I was like we're Native American. So my mom's from New Mexico. I was very into like Southwest design. And so I would paint like different things. It was just like, I've always been like that. And like, coming here, I was like, this is like fun. I don't know where it's taking me. I feel like this could be a great, new kind of path.
Where do you want it to take you?
Yeah.
I love like interiors, and I would love to like be an interior designer. I would love to have like a little interior shop, like a home. I would love to have a storefront that has like all these like cute curated home things. I don't know. I've been such a nester. I've always been a nester. I feel like home is your sanctuary, and it's your way to express yourself. That's very like private. You know what I mean? Like, I've been so out there. It's nice to have something for my family and for my friends to experience, and for them to have a space to come to that's beautiful and like comfortable and safe. And so like, I don't know, like I would love for it to like kind of trickle on into something
seems
like that.
Like your trajectory, you follow the flows, and your flows take you to these amazing, beautiful, successful places. So you have a knack for following your intuition, I guess, and like going where the current wants to take you, that is a talent, because most of us fight the current, right? We fight it.
It's true.
It's not a safe thing to do.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
To kind of like, I think it isn't like, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, can I just like, but it's, I just have this pool. And like, if I don't kind of like go in those directions, then that's when I feel like I'm not living my life to its fullest potential. Do you know what I mean? It sounds so crazy, but like,
I'm curious how Tim plays a role in that, right? So, you guys just got married last year, but he's part of that flow and that current, right? And I know that when you meet that person for you, there is this calmness and this still that happens where, you could be in the spotlight, but then when you're home with that person, you feel safe. You feel like you're at home. And I mean, just even based on that gorgeous backdrop that feels very serene, right? And being in Florida, and then being in those moments of like, where you're talking about your shop. I mean, Tim has to be an influence in all of that.
Absolutely. I mean, like meeting him at a time in my life where I felt like everything was kind of like falling apart. He was just like this calm in like everything. I always say, like, I felt when I met him, like, I was like, oh, like we've done this before. Like, I finally felt like we were coming back together.
Mm.
Um, we've had like, he's so incredibly supportive and we just share in each other's joy. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? He like is incredibly supportive of everything that I'm doing. And it's just it's fun. And like I think also like a lot of performing has been for myself. Like it's something that I've always wanted to do. And like so it's just kind of it is a very kind of like self kind of thing. And then meeting him and realizing like one of my biggest dreams is always wanted to start a family uh,
Mhm.
and have that. Like my parents gave us so much love and so much like beauty, and I want to give that to my kids and my family. And like meeting Tim together, like I can't imagine having a family with anyone else. Like he's the most perfect human. He's going to be the most perfect father. And
Aw.
like now everything that I'm looking forward to in the future is about like what is going to be the best for us and our family. Like
Mhm.
how does that it's not just about me anymore, right? Like I can
Mhm.
it just the perspective shifts.
Yeah.
I could still perform, I could still do all that, but now it's not about me. It's about like us and the kids that we want to have and like the home that we want to build. And I don't know. It's just I feel like I can breathe. I feel like
Mm.
I'm grounded. And so like I feel like I'm open to everything just kind of like coming
Flowing.
through. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Your take
yeah.
two, like your take two is a settling down. Well,
Yes.
or take four or take 20
Takes that.
is
Truly.
is a settling down. You
Yeah.
reach this beautiful height and you're still swimming in it. Like all that the beautiful like Shuga Cain is not going anywhere.
No.
And also you're in a space now where you've found your love, you've found your person and you're ready to settle and make it not about you, Shuga
Yeah.
Cain, but
Yeah.
about you plural,
Mhm.
which that's a huge
Yeah.
next doorway, right?
Yeah.
That's huge.
You and I have a little bit of a parallel here because I met my husband, Tim, also at the
No way.
time. And my life was so crazy. It was so chaotic. And then I meet this white, grounded, calm to my storm individual. And yeah, we decided to start a family together. And it's resulted in these, three beautiful children that I have. But it was, yeah, it was great to be in this place of not making it about me and being able to put out something that find your purpose, right? and
Yeah.
and I think that's what we're talking about here, isn't it? Is about finding your purpose, because I think we all need to go through our moments of, I talk about being unapologetically selfish often,
Mhm.
especially when you're grieving and you're going through all the things, but that's the only way to get to the other side, to be the victor and be there for others. And so, when you find a purpose, there's just something bigger outside of yourself that feels so good. And to do it with a partner like Tim, it just opens the floodgates for you to be able to be that for not for each other, for your family, and for your future children.
Yeah, it's like it's wild to like think of the journey and how I'm going and like this is just the beginning. It's so exciting to think that like so much has happened to this point, but then
Mhm.
there's so much more that's going to
Yes.
unfold and we're going to go all these different places. And I think, when I think about people and their lives, it's really just being open. It really is kind of tuning into yourself and like really just like allowing yourself to be. You know
Yeah,
what I
Yeah.
mean?
to
Allow
be.
yourself to be in every space of your life because it's not always great, right? Like I went through a lot of heartache to get to where I am today. And
Mhm.
like things aren't perfect, right? If you are like still and you can just kind of pay attention to like what it is that you need and what's coming through and like what you desire and want. And do you know what I mean? You just got like, I don't know, like I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves
Yeah.
to be certain things at certain times in our lives. And like that's not how it is. Like I'm like what I had visioned for my life is like and where and at the age that I am and now, like they are completely different. Like but I couldn't be more happy and I couldn't feel like I am at the perfect place. And so yeah, it's wild how I don't know if it comes with age or what, you know what I mean? Like how you get to this point.
It's a lesson that is recurring in all of these interviews that we're doing. It's once a person allows themselves to just really be and to do the things that their life is calling them to do, that's when things flourish. That's what we just keep hearing over and over again from folks. Like all the hardship you went through, all the fighting, all the struggle was not necessary. Once you just sat with it and followed the current, that's when the beauty and the magic happens.
Yeah, when you let go a little bit. But you know, and I think it's less about age, but I think it's more about the experiences, right? And you know, you could have a lot of experiences by the time you hit 30 versus somebody in, I don't know why I'm using Wichita as an example, but like, you know, someone who's 60 in Wichita that has not maybe experienced much of anything.
Well, right. It's when if we put ourselves, sorry.
Yeah. No, so experiences, tragedy, I think, you know, when you go through these heartaches, it's like, it really, you know, hopefully gets you to that place where you can receive and be a little bit more calm.
And being fluid. Because when we put ourselves in these boxes, like, no, I'm married now, I have a wife, I have kids, I'm just thinking of a man in Wichita. We're just going to keep going with this. Like, I'm a married man with a wife and kids, I got my job, and that's where I'm at, and I'm going to do that. And then it's like rigid. Then you're stagnant and you stay in that. But if you let life flow, there's take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take 6, take hundreds. Truly. Right? And that's, I think, what we're following on this show is the moments when people allow themselves to be fluid and find the new thing. And I'm doing like dancer hands too.
You know what I'm loving so much about this conversation is that, and I hate to use our straight counterparts as an example, but because I also see that gays are falling into this trap too. But for many, many years, you'll see our straight counterparts being like, they might be in a relationship and it may not be going well. And then in their mind, they're like, well, maybe if we get married, things will get better. And then they get married and it's not better. They're like, maybe we'll have kids. Let's have a family.
Right.
It'll get better. And it's worse.
Right.
And as, you know, someone as a gay father and seeing the gay community, I see some of that starting to spill in here. Hearing your story, there's like none of that. Right. It's like you're not crafting with this fantasy of like opening up a shop because something's not working, or you and Tim are not deciding to have children just because, well, something needs to be fixed.
Right.
It's like it just feels organic and it feels natural and and that's what I love. I love to hear those stories where it just, you're at the right place at the right time while you're still being very intentional with your love and the moves that you're making. And that's beautiful. It's beautiful at any age.
It's not stagnant. It's not stagnant. You're living a non-stagnant life. And
you have to be open. I mean, like, you know, like, I mean, you live such a long life. If you're grateful too. And you just change. Things change. You have different interests. You grow and like, it's like, why wouldn't you want to like, I want to be like on my deathbed and just being like, wow, I had the most amazing life. I loved really hard. I got to do all these amazing things and I really followed my heart. Like I don't ever want to feel like I ever regretted anything. And like, I just think it's a sad thing if you can't do that. You know what I mean? I don't know, like
live hard.
You know,
let life. What is something that little Jesus would be shocked at if little Jesus had a glimpse into Jesus today?
I really would think it would be Shuga Cain on television, like on Drag Race. You know, I grew up in a very conservative little town in California. There weren't that many gay people. There weren't that many people of color around. And so, like, I didn't have an example. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know what that was. And so to like see that like you got to dance and live your best life and be so queer and so Latino on global television and like having the best time, I think it would literally blow his mind. Like
Oh, I love it.
it was like all of the best things put together in that moment.
I love that
Yeah.
answer.
Well, I will say as a fellow, and I'm going to say fellow LGBTQ plus Latino parent, because I have faith it's all going to work out for you. Something I always say is, you know, we're parents like everybody else. We're just a little bit more colorful, right?
Yeah.
And I love that your children will have some of that, you know, the Latin energy with, you know, all the things that come with our LGBTQ plus community. I mean, my kids are 12 and 11 now, and you could see the influence, and I'm proud of it, for better or for worse. Sometimes, you know,
It's always for better. Forget
it's
it.
always for better. Even that side look. And
100%.
It's the best.
but yeah, it brings me so much joy that this is the next part of your journey.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I am so excited. We just like started researching and like we're just like beyond the moon. Like our parents and family members like, we're ready, like we're the
Yep, it's time.
But I'm excited. Like it's
Hey, Susan, can't wait to hear more.
Wig stop.
Big stuff.
Oh, take 2, house down boots. I wish it would bring that back.
I wish I just saw Lady Bunny recently.
She brought it back for a minute. I should
She
just text
did?
her and tell her to do it. They brought it back a couple years ago, and they did it out on the piers on the water. But she
Was it
really
like an
just-
anniversary? Was it like a special?
Yeah, it was a special thing, and I think they filmed it for like HBO or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
you're right. I remember now seeing the documentary.
Yeah.
She did bring that back for a minute.
So
But
Yeah, she
Yes,
needs to bring that back.
I never,
It's
obviously she needs to bring that back because I never saw it. I don't know it. So
was
Watch
everything.
the original documentary. It's like so.
I'm
it's
gonna watch
just
it.
like a glimpse of just like this gorgeous queer New York. It's amazing.
I gotta watch. Spin class.
Take down.
Thank you. Thank you. Take it all the way down. I feel like it
Oh
has been taken down many notches. Remember when it was like the thing and
It
everybody
was
did
the
spin?
thing. Yeah.
I
hated
wasn't.
it.
But yeah.
No, I tried it a couple times and I'm a fitness fiend. You know this, Jesus.
Yeah. Yes.
And I have always hated spin and I can't do it. And I don't like not being able to
But
do
what is it about it that drives you nuts? I mean, I personally
It's
think
because they play music and you're supposed to like spin to the beat, like you're supposed, and you're all in the same beat.
Is that
I can't,
stressful?
and I'm a dancer,
yeah.
and I can't get on the beat. I think it's it must be something with my height. I'm always blaming, like, no, it's because my legs are too short. I can't get on your
I
beat.
love it.
You guys are on some whack beat. That's not it.
It's
No,
hilarious.
take spin down. Oh my God, I love that. Cold plunges.
Oh, take down.
Thank you.
I'm like, no.
No, thank you.
It's so funny. Oh my God. When a couple of Tim's coworkers are obsessed with cold plunges.
can't.
And like
I don't
we got
understand.
into this conversation about cold plunge. And I was like, I get the benefits, but I'm like, I don't want any part of being cold.
No.
Like, I am a baby. I'm a princess. Like I don't.
No, thank you.
But I remember we were at a holiday party and we were just like in a conversation for like 20 minutes. I'm like, can I please get out? Like, they were ready to sell me on all this stuff. Was like, dude, abort.
I did it. I did it at a spa place, and it was so painful. Like I also don't like being cold. To me, the best part of my day is taking a hot shower. The worst part of my day is getting
Yeah.
out of it, feeling any
Oh, yes.
little cold.
Me too.
But I'm like, all right, I was getting pressure to do it. I was like, let me do it. I have never felt that kind of pain on my body than I did from doing a cold plunge. And I'm like, this is stupid.
Why?
And yes, everybody talks about the benefits. I'm like, my blow will flow the way it needs to flow.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
We are not flowing towards a cold plunge in this life. I've never even done one, and I won't. I will not. I can't. I won't. I'll catch a chill. I won't warm up for like 2 days. No, thank you. Okay, I'm glad we're in agreement there.
Thank you. Me too.
This has been so amazing, Jesus.
Thank you
such
both
a
for
treat.
having me. This
Shuga
has been
Cain.
Incredible. Thank you. Thank you. It was so lovely to meet you, Jose.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's
And
stay
So good to
connected.
see-
yeah, stay connected. And where can anybody find like your next Do it.
I have a shugssweetshop.com. That's where everything, all my little things that I'm doing, I'll post to there. And just all my socials, Miss Shuga Cain, all the up-to-date stuff happens there. So
check out.
Yeah,
Check out
I'm
Miss
excited
Shuga
for the
Cain.
new year. It's a lot of fun changes happening. So tune in. It'll be
Amazing.
Okay, I'm very excited. We're watching.
great.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in.
And make sure you're following us, subscribing, and liking on all of the social media.
Write us a little review, rate it, do all the things, and make sure to follow us.
Yes, it's at
Love Take Two Pod. That's Love Take Two Pod. Do all the things. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.